Okay, look, he is a very good goal scorer that just needs to work on his game. Why is that so hard for people to accept? He is a very good goal scorer that just needs to work on his game. Okay, I am not a hater of Erling Haaland. And I think this kid, and this is probably what we're actually going to probably this is what we're going to discuss tonight on the hangout, is he's ready for the new generation. I am all in for the new generation. I cannot wait. When Cristiano and Messi retire, will be the happiest day of my life. I am ready for Sancho. I'm ready for Mbappe. I'm ready for the Us. I'm ready for Haaland. I'm ready for Kai Havertz. I'm ready for Joao Felix. I'm ready for the new thing. And that was a damn good goal. That was a damn good goal. It's just that he isn't perfect. And maybe the thing about me, just to explain to you guys, is that I really it means a lot to me how you look on the ball. That's just the thing. If you look a bit awkward on the ball, a bit odd on the ball, a bit weird on the ball, that just bothers me. So that's just the thing. But I would also start with the jump off there. Haaland is a great goal scorer on form. I'm excited to see how he will do. But there's a discussion to be had whether he can be one of the great strikers of the new generation, but just needs to work on his game. Football is back. Danke schön, danke schön, danke flipping schön. Football has returned. Angela Merkel, I might have to give you chief status. Temporarily speaking, because you're not a football player. Temporarily speaking, Angela Merkel, because guys, it felt all right. It felt all right. Yes, no fans. Yes, guys are wearing masks. Yes, social distancing. Yes, it looks weird. Guys, we have suffered too much. There are only so many football games from the past that you can watch. There are only so many. There are only so many football games from the past you must watch. So this was needed. This was needed because the streets, the culture, the fans of the world, the people just need some new football to talk about and from new things to do, because there are a few players I want to really look upon. But I think before we get there, I think we have to talk about this whole thing of people's recovery is because Devil put an interesting tweet to me because he said, you know what? Wait, why? What game have you been watching? I've been seeing bare miscommunicated passes, bare miscommunication, and everything looks sloppy. I said, wait a minute. Maybe from Schalke, because again, Schalke is like, I don't know whether Schalke are just trash or maybe they were not as fit or trained as well as Dortmund. Apart from the first 5-6 minutes, Dortmund looked really good. They looked really good because I was looking for chemistry, first touch, control, one-touch football, movement, understanding. All that stuff was there. For me, I thought we have to have a conversation about Julian Brandt. Let's have a real conversation about your boy Julian Brandt. I was a bit unhappy that Sancho didn't play because Torgan Hazard is high. Okay, just I know you guys are haters of Eden Hazard. Torgan Hazard, he did have a good game, yeah. But we're going to have a big conversation about Julian Brandt, have a big conversation about Hakimi. Guys, do you know what this means? For 6 weeks, it feels. Let's just take a moment to just talk. Relish the fact that I'm actually talking about a game. I'm actually reviewing a game that's just happened. Let's take a moment, guys. Let's take a moment just to savor this. That we are actually discussing and talking about a game that just recently happened, man. I think I know. Leipzig. I think yeah. I think did they lose in the end? I think Leipzig lost in the end. But again, this is what I was saying, because even when we're doing the preview, I was saying that, how are guys going to recover? Do Leipzig beat Freiburg without this whole pandemic thing? Or have Leipzig really suffered from this whole pandemic COVID thing? So it's up and down. It's up and down, man. You see, no, for me, like, I want to... You see, because I think guys were getting on me for this because I said that a lot of times I watch football games without any commentary so I can focus and concentrate. It's I think, especially in Dortmund Stadium, in Signal Iduna Park, it's one of the, I believe in Europe, in Europe, they have the highest attendance rates in Europe, the Signal Iduna Park. So I miss that atmosphere because that is one of the best atmosphere in football, which is Signal Iduna Park. But the football was still good. The football was still good. And I keep saying to guys, beggars can't be choosers. We have been begging for some football and been clutching at straws, looking at past games, having football debates and everything. So just to talk about things, because I just think we have to talk about brands. Got to talk about Hakimi. Real Madrid, you must chain and clutch and tie a flipping rope around Hakimi and say, bro, you're not going anywhere. You are not going anywhere. You are staying right here. You're going no flipping place, bro, because we need you. We need you. We need you. We need you. You're not going anywhere, man. But the game was good. See, for me, it's up and down. Schalke, I don't know. Maybe you guys can tell me. For Schalke, is it a case of where Schalke are just crap? Or because Schalke, I believe, are sixth in the table. I think coming to this game, Schalke were sixth. Or is it a case of the Schalke players? But again, it's like, were the Schalke players at a disadvantage? Because Dortmund trained, Schalke trained, so they all had a different training. But Schalke definitely seemed as if they seemed very much out of it and very lethargic. But Dortmund just seemed very sharp. I remember this is a Dortmund side where Sancho wasn't even up in there. Sancho was on the bench, but Hazard and thing look good, man. But look, guys, Haaland has the goal scoring gene. I am not going to lie and just say that Haaland doesn't have the goal scoring gene. You see, Red Devils study relax. You see, it's stuff like this that we have to just relax. Erling Haaland has the goal scoring gene, 100%, and that is something you can't teach. All he needs to work on is his overall game, because if he improves his overall game, his ball control, his balance on the ball, his decision making when he has the ball, and just because again, for me, he should look at Ibrahimovic, because people say, oh, well, guys that are this tall can no. Adebayo was tall, he was all right. Mario Gomez was okay. Ibrahimovic, the best example. If he improves his ball control and his on the ball quality, this dude will get more goals. If his guy improves his on the ball quality, we are looking at a demonic striker. Because trust me, we know that he can finish. He's good in the air. He has good off the ball movements. He can shoot from inside and outside. If he can now create goals himself and can beat players and actually do stuff on the ball without the help of assists, bro, this guy can get steady to 40 Gs. Leipzig are bricks. You had 2 months off. But look at Schalke. For me, this is why I was waiting to see these games, and I can't wait for Bayern Munich's game to tomorrow. You may find that teams are affected differently by this whole pandemic thing. That's what you might find. In fact, teams are affected differently by this whole pandemic thing. Dortmund looked great. Dortmund looked great. Like the passing, the movement, the chance creation, the decision making, the spacing, they looked great. As in Hakimi and Guerrero. Hakimi and Guerrero. Let me ask you guys this, and I'll look through some comments. Hakimi and Guerrero. Basically, peak at the very best. Hakimi and Guerrero or Trent and Robertson. Trent Robertson or Hakimi and Guerrero. Did you see that Guerrero goal? Did you see that Guerrero goal, man? That Guerrero goal was absolutely insane, man. Yeah, like I have been preaching about Julian Brands for a long time. Guys, give me my props, please. I know you guys like to hate me, and people like, HH stands for hate. No, HH stands for haters hate. So HH stands for 2 things: have hope and haters hate. I've been talking about Julian Brands for a very long time. Because I told me I'm the biggest eye test. Nobody has an eye for talents like me. I'm the king for eyes of talents. And I've always said that Julian Brandt, he's not a super amazing player. He's a useful player and a very smart player. And intelligent players will always go far in this game. Because you don't have to be a superstar in everything. But amongst your superstars and your top tier players, you need those smart dudes who I can rely on you to make the right decision. Brandt was superb today. It was absolutely superb. The way he was spraying the ball around, the way he was doing through balls and everything, like that ball that he laid for, I don't think Hakimi scored. That ball that he laid for Hakimi that sprayed through was flipping amazing, you know? And even the pass he laid for Torgan Hazard, you see, that's an assist. What he did for Hazard, that's an assist. Same thing with what Haaland also did for Thingy. But just the way I just think that whenever I like him because I like guys who they are thinking about what they are doing. They're not just like, because see, my issue with Torgan Hazard is I don't think he thinks a lot about what he's doing. He's always on, let me just go. So he isn't like, wait a minute. All right, just think for a minute, pause for a minute and just think about what you want to do. Brands, there's a lot of thoughts going through with, okay, do I do it here? And his decision making separates the top players from the okay players, man. Yes, it's like, thank you for the super chat. Big man says Bayern better lose. I just want a title race. Same. So do I. I think a title race would be very, very good and ideal, and it will be very exciting for us watching. Because look, the world of football is in the Bundesliga right now. Union Berlin are going to get touched. Unless Bayern looks shaky from the thingy, Bayern will touch and lubricate. And be Union Berlin, they'll get that ass. Let's keep it real. They'll get that ass, man. They'll get that ass, man. Brandt and Hazard looking really good. I told you, like, the thing with Lucien Favre is when Dortmund get it right, they look flipping amazing. But in football, just as in life, it's not always going to go your way. And my issue with Dortmund and Favre is when those passes are not going through, what's your plan B? Can you find a way to win games? And that's how they lost the league last season. Last season was like, okay, what's your plan B? Your plan A isn't working, but you are a few points away from seeding the title. And to win a title, you've got to figure out certain games. 80% of games you'll just win by virtue of your plan A and just how good you are. But that's those 30% of games which are crucial games, you're gonna play badly. You won't be in sync. So you're gonna be like, all right, we have to just figure out a way of winning. So you have to have a plan B. And a lot of guys do not really have a plan B. A lot of guys do not have a plan B. But guys, man, no, look, man, we have to talk about Hakimi, man. Gatlock, thank you for the super chat, bro. Didn't your eye test green lights Morata in Chelsea? No. Prove it. I always said that Morata was a very tricky striker. Unless you have receipts, prove it. And by the way, I actually deleted many videos, so you can't get anything to me, man. So Bayern, you see, Bayern have to play throughout the top 5. Yeah, I think they play Dortmund this month. So it would be great if Bayern and Dortmund, there's still that 5 points gap when they both face. Then that'll be a super game. Because now we've seen that Dortmund can play well without their fans. So that would be an amazing game for all of us to watch, is if Dortmund and Bayern face each other and there's still like a 5.3 points kind of gap. Because Bayern will. So I just want them to win all of their games so that they face each other. Leipzig are out of it now. I think Leipzig, we can pretty much say, are out of it right now. Oh man, guys, I'm sorry. It feels so good to have this stuff back, man. Oh man, it feels so good. Reunited and it feels so good. Reunited and then yeah, look at that. It's just so good to see this back. So as we can see here, right. How is that? There you go. So 54 points, Leipzig. Yeah, so they lost. So they're still behind. Or did they draw? Wait, let's see. Oh, 1-1. 1-1. So they drew. So Leipzig drew. So yeah. So I think it is really looking. So if Bayern win 56, 57, 58, that's now a 7 points gap. So if Bayern win, I think we officially have a 2-horse race. If Bayern win, we officially have a 2-horse race. I just don't think any of them can say what's up. Obviously, down below, ooh, Frankfurt are really saying, damn, mine's Werder Bremen at 17. Lord. Mönchengladbach, I think, are playing today. I think they're playing Frankfurt today, I think. 49 points. So if Gladbach win, 50, 51, 52. All right. All right. So if Gladbach win, they can actually say what's up. They can actually say what's up. But yeah, man, it's huge, man. But look, you see, I said again, look, Haaland, I'm really excited about what Haaland can do, man. I'm really excited about what Haaland can do, and at the end of the day, it's like goals win games. And you see, people will say, oh, no, you're just a hater, like just focus on what he does well and everything. I'm trying to get Haaland to be the next level because you always want to improve. Of course, he's young, but if he can work on these on-the-ball skills now, by the time he's 20 to 21, he could actually be one of the best players in the world. Because you can never ignore a guy whose goal ratio is this. His goal ratio is stupid. Now I want him to say what's up in a sealed knockout game or in a World Cup knockout game. That's all I want. But for the moment of right now is his guy is a damn good goal scorer. So this even makes this title race interesting. If Lucien Favre can just do his flipping job, obviously I think ever since Dortmund went to this whole 3-4-3, they've actually looked really good. But if he can just do his flipping job and just manage this team, you've got a superb goal scorer. Brands is looking good. Torgan Hansen is looking good, bro. And even if he played for a short term, I'm just pissed that way. Why didn't Sancho start? Why didn't this dude start Sancho? And Sancho played for a short while. Even for the few minutes that Sancho played, he was looking money. Sancho was looking money. So Dortmund have a crew. Dortmund have a flipping crew. They have a crew. But guys, talk to me about Hakimi. Talk to me. Oh yeah, Guerrero scored like 2 Gs. Talk to me about Hakimi. Real Madrid should, because remember, Dani Carvajal is on his way down. Carvajal's best is, I think, ever since he had that heart condition, sort of being on his way down. Talk to me about Hakimi. Like for me, Trent for me is great for Liverpool's system. That's with Hakimi. You can put Hakimi in any team, in any system, and he can say what's up in any team and any system. He can say what's up in any team and any system. 100%. He can say what's up in any team and any system. Hakimi or Davis, that's a tough one. Because Alphonso Davies is really good, and hopefully we'll be seeing him tomorrow. Because Alphonso Davies is really good. But I think there is more to Hakimi's game. You see, it's put it this way: Alphonso Davies is a better defender. He's a better defender. Hakimi is a better attacker. Best way to say it. Because Hakimi's defending isn't really too good, but Davis is a really good because Davis is a decent crosser. He's not as good as a goal scorer as Hakimi is. But Davis is a much better defender than Hakimi. But you know what I always say? If Hakimi is not that great a defender, he's similar to Marcelo. I would happily have a Hakimi or a Marcelo in my team. Then I just tell my defenders and my DM, cover this dude. Because what this dude gives us offensively is so good, cover this dude. And I think a guy said on my Twitch stream that, if he's such a bad defender, put him in midfield. But if you put a Marcelo or a Hakimi in midfield, the attributes they have will not be will not come to fruition if they put in midfield. The reason why you see them play the very best is because that's position of being that attacking outlet on the wing, but given the space of a right back and left back. Remember, a winger has restricted space, but the amount of space that a left back and right back has is where you get the best of them. So they have to play those positions to really get the best of them. Hummels is still brick. Yes, he is. Semi-brick. I think Hummels may always be hovering over the under review thing. He almost made a mistake. Just that Piszczek, anyway, he almost actually messed up the header back to Buck in that first half. But Piszczek had to sort of like correct him. But see, the issue with Dortmund is that defense ain't great. But you don't have to have a great defense. You just have to have a decent defense and just have to manage the situation well. Are you telling me that, yeah, Picomos was all right. Picomos was all right. Was Subotic that great? How good was flipping Schmelzer? How good was flipping Piszczek? It's just that they had a better kind of system and everything. Do you think Zidane will start Hakimi over Carvajal? Look at Jovic. Unless Zidane is smoking crack, he has to. Unless he's smoking crack, he has to. Like, Hakimi is the future. He's the future right back at Real Madrid. And if they allow, if I'm Dortmund, I am doing my best to try and bamboozle Real Madrid for us to keep Hakimi. That's what I'm doing. It's like, even I say, I don't know what we have to do. I am trying to do something to ensure that we keep Hakimi. 100%. That's whatever has to be done. I'm going to do the best so we keep Hakimi. I want to keep Hakimi. I want to keep Hakimi. I want to keep Hakimi. Because he's been one of Dortmund's best players this season. Like, his control, how direct he is, how much of a threat he is attacking wise, how he can bring in goal scoring as well. Hakimi is money. Hakimi is cash money, you know. So I would be doing everything in my power to say what's up. I'll be doing everything in my power to say what's up. But guys, if you're a new man, hit that sub button, hit the like button, hit the sub button. Your boy HH, we're back. Football is back. So we celebrate football coming back. Subscribe, hit the sub button, and hit that like button. Hit that like button. Remember, your boy HH is back. Football is back. And before we go through, I've got to say this right now. You know, Angela Merkel, Germany, you've been tier 1. I pray, touch wood. I pray, please God, I pray that no one gets sick or no one dies for the Bundesliga coming back. That's just what I hope. I hope no one gets sick and nobody dies from coronavirus from this. Because if that happens, this is all over. This is all over. But I just say that, well, I know guys, I told you, the devil has a wing. Satan, Lucifer, that dude has a flipping wing in the no, he has like a castle. He has a flipping like building dedicated to him in the Brick Academy, because I know that Lucifer is a very wily dude, because right now he's trying to say, you know, to screw these people up, because we've suffered so much for 6 weeks of no football. 6 weeks of no football. That's what the hell. So I just hope that everything can be as good as possible, man. Where did Schalke go wrong? You see, I have no idea. I don't know whether it's the lockdown or they just got beat. But for me, because they started pretty well. But I just think that defensively, their defensive plan, they gave Dortmund far too much space. And I don't think that they were tight enough or hard enough or organized enough defensively to stop Dortmund. Dortmund, it seemed the way Dortmund were spraying the ball around and moving the ball around, it just seemed too easy. And I just think that, and remember, Wagner's actually a pretty good defensive coach. So I was just surprised that they were not really able to handle the movements of Brandt, Hakimi. I think especially on the right flank, they were getting smacked up. They got pimp slapped on that right flank, because Hakimi was finding it too easy. The amount of times that Torgenhausen was able to find space. So is it that they were not physically in there? But I was like, guys, you're making this too easy for a team that is better than you. You know, that is better than you. Sancho Hakimi swap. What do you mean by that? What do you mean? As in they swap positions, or you? Yeah. Actually, explain. What do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean by that. It's Sancho Hakimi swap. Yes. Well, if Bayern win tomorrow, which I believe they will, if Bayern win tomorrow, they're out of the title race 100%. Then we officially have a 2-horse race, because this at a point. This was a 4-horse race. at a point, it was Dortmund, Leipzig, Bayern, and Mönchengladbach was a 4-horse race. Now, if Mönchengladbach win, you know, you could argue that's a 3-horse race. Just as I just don't think Mönchengladbach have the quality to really say what's up. But if Bayern win tomorrow, I think it's a 2 race, and I think Leipzig are out of the title race, because they didn't lose, it's 1-1, so they still got that point. But yeah, I mean, so mathematically they're still in it. But there's mathematics and there's football reality. In football reality, no, they're out of it, man. See, that's why people even forget. It's like, okay, how good are Schalke really? People say, oh no, it's the lockdown, it's the pandemic and everything, and they actually have a pretty good record against Dortmund. But I distinctly remember putting Schalke in the break. I remember inducting the badge after Man City bent them over. so they have been bent over. Correct me wrong. I believe they've actually been bent over. So maybe they're just not that great a team. Maybe they're not that great a team. And even me, just because I was watching a little bit of the Leipzig game, and things looked pretty smooth. But what shocked me the most was how smooth Dortmund looked. But again, that's why I want to see Dortmund's next few games. Is it that Schalke just a crap team, and Schalke made it easy for Dortmund? Or is it that, wow, no, Dortmund's training works really well? Because the way Dortmund were moving the ball around, the passes that they were finding, the chances that they were creating, even defensively and in the midfield, how they were able to keep the ball, everything looked nice and crisp. I didn't see that much miscommunication or misplaced passes. So it's from Schalke, but from Dortmund, I didn't see that much miscommunication from them. Everything just seemed pretty money. Everything just seemed pretty money, But but see, this is a great opportunity. I think even someone mentioned it before, because La Liga opens up like next month. So La Liga and Serie A, the friends say, what's up next month? This is an amazing, there's now a massive spotlight on the Bundesliga. And a lot of people will be looking at Alphonso Davies, but people will be looking at Hakimi, and brands will be like, oh my gosh, these guys are looking all right. I remember Dortmund are like prostitutes. They're ready to give it up. like Dortmund and the footballing equivalent of prostitutes. Dortmund and Ajax live in a brothel. I think Dortmund and Ajax, they built the footballing brothel. These guys are ready to give it up for the right price. For the right price, they're ready to spread their legs and give it all the way up. I need to be graphic, but it is what it is. But so if Brands keeps on putting up these performances, and how old is Brands? If he keeps putting up those performances, guys can say, you know what, this guy's all right. This guy's all right. How old is this dude? Brands. Age 24. So yeah, he just turned 24. So he's 25 next year. So he's still pretty young. Because I remember seeing him at the Olympics, and that's the first time I really saw him. I was like, oh, geez, this guy's all right. This guy's pretty good, because he was pretty good at the Olympics for Germany. But I remember at the World Cup, as crap as Germany's World Cup campaign was, and as much of how Joachim Löw probably has probably kidnapped one of the guy's dudes, it is truly amazing. No, sorry. Every time he came on, he was Germany's best player. He was Germany's best player at that World Cup. Yes, that World Cup thing was bad. He was Germany's best player at that World Cup. And I think that there was one game where he came on and he hit the bar twice. I think it might have been the South Korea game, and he hit the bar twice. So every time I've seen him, I've been impressed with this guy is decent. This guy's and he normally always has pretty good games. And he's one of those guys where he's not going to be the best player on your team. You shouldn't build your team around him. But do you know what he is? He's like peak Pedro. He's like Pedro at Barcelona. Pedro was not the best player at Barcelona. I couldn't deny that Pedro was a very important piece to that front three. It was a very important piece for that front three. I remember what's it called, 2011 Barcelona, which many people argue is the best version of that Barcelona team. The front three was him, Villa, and Messi. Yes, thank you for the super chat, Mr. Saeed. HH, did Ole beat Lamp and Pep 3 times this season? I think he did. Now, I know where you're getting at aside. So, and let me ask you this. Let me throw it back at you. That's very impressive. Super impressive. I remember a season where Arsenal beat United. Your United beat United twice. Guess who won the league? Arsenal beat United twice. Wow, amazing. Guess who won the league? Man U United. So would you rather only beat Lampard and Pep 3 times each season, or he loses to them 3 times in a season but still wins the league? What matters more? Beating your rivals or letting your rivals beat you, but you actually winning a trophy to show your rivals. The levels to this, bro. The levels to this, man. But yeah, Schalke got touched, man. Schalke got touched. It was a beatdown. It was a serious beatdown, and I think that they will need to sort of reacclimatize themselves and really go back to the drawing board, because Dortmund made them look real bad. I'll keep it real with you. Dortmund made them look real bad, man. Buscape long, free BD. Well, as I've said before, again, and I actually even spoke to BD, is you're like, as I said again, he was bringing down the quality of the hangouts. He was bringing down the quality of the hangouts, and also I don't accept him as a Dortmund fan. I'm sorry, I just don't speak, because his reasons for being a Dortmund, because he was an AC Milan fan and now a Dortmund fan. I'm sorry, that's just a joke. See, at least Juju Man knows it's a joke. So when Juju Man club hops, he knows it's a joke. So now I'm cool on that, man. Do you think one can win the? You see, this I love when people bring this up, and this, whenever they say like at a World Cup, don't peak too early. Actually, I've been around. I've been around the block and knowing football things. That performance means 0 with regards to the league title. My money is with the Bayern, and I believe Bayern will win the title this season. Bayern will win. And I'm very confident in saying that Bayern will win. All we want is a title race. That's all we want. That's all we want. Dortmund already F top last season, because they should have won last season, but they F top. Schalke were not very good. So that's a great indicator to see just how good this Dortmund team are after this lull. And let's just see what Bayern Munich do to Union Berlin. Because if Bayern Munich hits Union Berlin for 6, so if they give Union Berlin like a sacrifice or a circumcision, then you're like, okay, 4-0 is good, but what about 5 or 6? And Bayern Munich are away. Well, okay, they're away from home. So it all depends. It really all depends, But that performance alone doesn't tell me that they can win the title. They have a long way to go. They have a long way to go. Guys, chill out with trying to reveal my age, man. Yeah, how many cases do you expect after the match day? Again, it's hard to say, because what I found interesting was, so you saw how on the bench there was social distancing on the bench. Guys, a few people were wearing masks. Even you saw the celebrations. The celebrations were even social distancing celebrations. But then there's still contact. There's still contact, and guys are still sweating. So you're still exchanging fluids whenever you come into contact, making it a tackle, people in a corner kick and everything. So, because I'm not medical person, but the scientific thing is, if you're tested, how can a negative case give a negative case a positive case? But we don't know everything about this disease, which is why maybe Germany knows something that we don't know. But from what I've heard is it's airborne. So you can get it even without touching. You can get it just by breathing, that it exists within the air. And sometimes you can actually be misdiagnosed. So you can actually test negative, but still have it. So, and this is just stuff that I've just heard, but no one knows. No one knows. So what Germany are doing is risky. It is risky. As much as we are happy that they have brought it back, it is risky because, as I've said again, there could be a case where 5-6 people are positive, or somebody gets seriously ill, or someone dies. If that happens, then it's all effed up. Then people say, well, should he have gone back? Was it too risky? Was it all blah, 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 blah. But that's all up in the air. You know, it's all up in the air. Okay, but guys, 1 second. 1 second. I'll be back. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Oops. 1 second. I'll be back. 1 second. Oh, 1 second. Oh. Rich. I need to bathe in blood, man, because yeah, I have to put on. Wait, do you guys have to put on the hot water for your hot water thing, or do you guys have an automatic thing? So yeah, I have to put up like a. Well, it's actually on a timer, but I then have to then do like a little timer thingy in there, man. So that's how I have to go. No, yeah. So basically, no. Tonight on the Hangout, we will be reflecting on Bundesliga being back, and I want a big discussion on Erling Haaland, you know, because actually I'm all about the future. And they say, okay, so what other young strikers are out there? Strikers. Because can we say that Erling Haaland is currently the best young striker in the world? João Felix is an attacking midfielder. Sancho is a wide forward. Mbappe is a wide forward. Is a wide forward. Kai Havertz, I believe, is a midfielder or a cam. Yeah, actually, how old is Gabriel Jesus? Because I think you can put Gabriel Jesus in there as well. Gabriel Jesus. There you go. Gabriel Jesus is 23. Yeah, he's 19. So Haaland is 19. So yeah, so he's going to be 20 next month. He's going to be 20 next month. So like, no. I just again, Haaland, man, he's a goal scorer. He is a goal scorer, and that is an amazing thing to have. And look, and let's keep it real, man. He made the right decision going to Dortmund. Man United, you just don't know. If you're a young player and it's between United and Dortmund, I'd always say Dortmund. Dortmund are great for young players. It's great for young players. You know, you see, if Dortmund didn't get Haaland, I would say Victor Osimhen, get your ass to Dortmund. That would be orgasmic. That would be orgasmic if I saw Osimhen at that Dortmund team playing with those dudes supplying. Oh my God, look, that guy is G'ing up and flipping Lille. Who the hell do they have in Lille? Imagine him at Dortmund, we're flipping amazing. So I think he made a great decision doing that. And my thing is, what can this guy do? Could this guy set a goal? Because that's what I'm thinking. Are we seeing a guy who may set a goal scoring record? Because what's the largest amount of goals scored in a season? Look, man, easy tapping. Abe Lincoln, man, just relax. Abe Lincoln, relax, chill. Most goals scored by a player in a season. Jimmy what? Who? Who the hell is Jimmy Jones? So some dude called Jimmy Jones. What? Jimmy Jones. Who the heck is this dude? 90. Oh, give me a break. 1928. Nah, I'm not having that, man. I'm not having that, man. Give me a break. 1928. Nah. I mean, I don't mean to be rude or anything. I'm not having a dude because again, first of all, in 1928, who was there? So a dude called. Okay, let me share this screen, man. Let me share this screen because I want to just see who he'll have to be going up against. No. Chrome tab. Wait, Jimmy Jones. Who the hell is Jimmy Jones, man? So some dude called Jimmy Jones scored 74 goals. Then Messi with 73. And this guy Muller, man. Dixie Dean. Wait a minute. Oh, is this the 90 goals? This guy scored 73 goals. Jesus. 61 goals. Wow. Do you know how crazy that is? So the the last time someone scored, so basically, there are only 2 players in history who have scored 70 goals or more a season. So my thing is this, that could Erling Haaland have a season where he scores 70? Where he scores 70. You see, guys, I need to do some research on this. So you're telling me that this dude scored 74 goals in a league season? 50 is stupid. That's stupid. But you see, it's 50, 3 in the cup. So this dude scored 74 goals in a league season. No cup, no international. All his goals were in a league season. First of all, how many matches were in those league seasons? Did he play against farmers, carpenters, fishermen, or bricklayers? I think that's something we need to research. Jimmy Jones. We need to research that dude, Jimmy Jones. I'm sorry, like, I don't be too rude. I'm not having a football conversation where a guy called Jimmy Jones is at the top of football, man. I can't have that, man. No. But yeah. Look, man. Look, I don't want to be rude, man. All shout out to guys in the 1920s and everything. Just as like in 1928, what did football look like? I mean, were they playing with ice cubes, or were they playing where guys used to be? If you didn't score, you got like an arrow in your ass. That's what I was. Jimmy Jones. I'm gonna tweet that guy out, Jimmy Jones. But yeah, no. Like, look, man, this guy's goal scoring thingy is insane. Is absolutely insane, because if you go to who scored, Haaland, who scored? Well, what are you doing, man? All right. Chrome tab, Erling Haaland, who scored? So this dude, and I think, has this been updated? I don't know whether this has been updated, but whether it's not or not, what? Has he only had 6 games? Am I going crazy? Has this dude only had 6 games? I swear he's had more. 6 appearances, 10 goals. 4 appearances, 8 goals. Guys, wait, that ratio, what the hell is that? Is that ratio? That's like what, 3 in 1 or something? That is a stupid ratio. That was an absolutely stupid ratio. No, look, we will talk about Jimmy Jones. We'll talk about Jimmy Jones, the thing, but the Haaland, and this is my thing. Is this a flash in the pan? Is this something that can be sustainable? Are we going to be? Is this just a case of where he just had an amazing season, but once defenders figure him out, then boom? Which is why I say I'm not hating. What I'm saying is to help him, because if I'm a defender, I'm like, all right, this guy is cool, but he can be defended because his game is limited. Which is why Haaland, it is so important for him to work on his game and improve his game, because the biggest mistake Haaland can make is you guys. You people out there are the biggest mistake, and you guys out there are the biggest threat to Erling Haaland. Because if you guys keep saying that, oh no, he's great, this guy's amazing, look at how many goals he's going to be like, wait a minute, I don't need to work on my game. Why do I need to work on my game? I'm already amazing. Whereas if it's me, I'm like, bro, if you don't work on your game and you just assume that you will keep scoring next few seasons, you will get figured out. People will figure you out. And they realize that, okay, right, if we get tight on him, if we force people to give him through balls, if we just make sure that we don't give him that clear yard of space and just mark him better, we know that he's not good on the ball. We know that he's not nimble on the ball. We know that he doesn't really have an on-the-ball game. So if you just ensure and make sure that we read the kinds of runs that he makes and the passes done towards him, and we force him to try and beat us 1v1, we will limit his game. And we will limit the kind of effect that he has upon us. So it is very important that he work on his game. It's very important that he works on his game. See, if he believes the hype, that's his problem. No, for me, I understand that the hype is warranted, and at the same time, it is overhype. It is warranted because those numbers are real. Those numbers are real. He has scored those goals. He does have that goal scoring rate. That's amazing. You cannot deny that goal scoring rate is amazing for a 19, 20-year-old. It's flipping amazing. But at the same time, he is not doing what Mbappe did. Because what Mbappe did at Monaco was like, okay, pause. It's like, this guy is 17 years old, and this guy is literally leading a Monaco team to almost a CL final. I think Monaco could have beaten Real Madrid in that final. I'm not just saying maybe not, but I think Monaco could have said what's up in that final with the prodigy, you know. But yeah, it's like, for me, it's like he hasn't done anything truly amazing yet in a big game. He is just done really amazing stuff in regular types of games. Put it this way, the biggest thing that Haaland has done that has impressed me the most, me personally, were those 2 goals against PSG. Yes, PSG are a bunch of bombs. It was a full-strength PSG team, and it was a knockout game. That impressed me. And him scoring that winning goal, that has been his most impressive thing. The reason why Mbappe was so impressive was that this guy was scoring key goals in consecutive knockout games. I think he holds a record for most goals scored by like a teenager in knockout games at 17. At 17. So it's crazy. So that's why I just say, like, you know what, we just have to see. We have to just wait and see how this guy rolls. And I just think the best thing that Haaland can do is always set a high benchmark for you. You're not there yet. And you must always look to continue to improve. Even for me as well, I say for Mbappe still needs to improve. He's won the World Cup. He's one of the best players in the world already at 20 to 21. But even still needs to improve his game. So thank you, man, Rodney Silango, for your super chat. He says that Haaland could be top scorer in Austria, CL, and Germany after his transfer by the end of the season. Also, Ole was a big part of his early development. Oh, I didn't know that. I don't know that, man. I don't think he will outscore. No, he can't outscore Lewandowski. Lewandowski is on 22 or 25 goals, and he's not going to. No, I think he's on 25 goals. I think he's on 25 in 22. So he's not outscoring 11. If you mean this is not scoring Lewandowski, but yeah, he could still end up. I think he may end up being the top scorer in the CL when all is said and done. I don't think anybody will catch him up. I think it's 8 Gs. I don't think anyone will catch him up, or someone may match him. If Guerrero actually wakes up, he may match him. But yeah, he may be top scorer in the Austrian CL, but I don't know about Germany. So that's interesting. So if you're saying that Ole was part of, his early development, why couldn't Ole convince him to join Man United? Now that's some shade. So you're part of his early development. You're both Norwegian. It's Manchester United, which is, for all intents and purposes, a bigger team than Dortmund. So you say, wait, how did they not convince him to go through? Just shows that Haaland, I just think, has very smart people advising him, because Dortmund is a smarter move. Dortmund is a smarter move. Like, if you're young, first of all, if you're young, go to Germany. If you're young and you can be at Dortmund, Dortmund is like a nursery school. It's like a really good nursery school. So yeah, that's the thing, man. Oh yeah, what do you say? So because Dortmund so Lewandowski has 11 Gs. So Lewandowski will. Yeah, so Lewandowski will already be the CL top scorer. Oh, you mean after January, not the whole season? Oh, okay. Oh, true. Oh, yeah. You might be right, but look, let's see what Lewandowski says. Let's see what Lewandowski says. Um, actually, yeah, mods. Can you get rid of this moron Indra Wandisk or whatever he's called? Mods, please do your job. Get rid of this Indra one disc dude. He's just posting crap. From yesterday again, HH forgets who is agency's Mino Raiola. Wow. Yeah, right. So I think Raiola is the he is the who is he? He's the Pogba agent, isn't he? And he's the guy who thinks that people really give a damn what an agent thinks or does. Um, so you could say that okay, he was advised badly, and Mino Raiola is a bit of a prick. But I'm sorry, like if you guys are being objective, let me just be real. If you guys are being objective, are you telling me that? Thank you, Martin. Good boy, nice one, Martin, man. Thank you, man. Holding it down. So are you telling me that if you're being objective, Haaland made the worst movement to Dortmund? Do you believe that Haaland would have played this well or scored this amount of goals at Man United? Because Dortmund have their issues, but Dortmund is much more of a more functional team than United right now. United are still a work in progress, and I don't think Haaland will get them through now. It would be interesting if we saw how Bruno Fernandes and Haaland could have combined. That would have been interesting. That would have been interesting. But I believe so. Bruno Fernandes was in January. So would they have come at the same time, Bruno and Haaland? Because if they would have come at the same time, then who knows? But I just think that this is always a safer choice. The Dortmund is a much safer choice than everything because you don't want to put too much pressure. Because Haaland goes to United right now, he has massive pressure. And you want that. And also, Igala has been doing cool, man. So, but yeah, no, but look, Dortmund looks impressive, man. Dortmund looks really, really impressive. And all he wants from them is consistency. All he wants from them is consistency. But the way that they were moving the ball around was truly amazing. And guys, let's even talk about Guerrero. Because Portugal have a bit of a crew. Portugal have a bit of a crew. Because Guerrero has always been a guy who I've been like, every time I see him, I'm like, man, this guy is pretty good. This guy is pretty good. Like over 90 minutes, he really gives you and offers Dortmund quite a lot. And I just think, and what I think sometimes even happens, I think they sometimes interchange. Because at one point I saw him playing at right back. I remember when we were saying that, I think for Chelsea, it's like Chelsea, I don't know whether they'll be able to get him. If Chelsea were able to get Guerrero, so if Chelsea had Guerrero and Reece James, because for Hakimi, it's either Real Madrid or Dortmund. But for Guerrero, you see, because remember, I think Schmelzer, who's average, by the way, he was really normally the main Dortmund left back. But ever since Guerrero has come in there, Schmelzer has not smelt that starting spot, man. He's not smelt that starting spot. This is what else you guys are saying, man. Brands is better than Bruno. Different players. They give you, they provide different things. So I think it's fair to compare them. They play very differently, and it depends how you want to play. Would Bruno Fernandes work for what Dortmund do? Maybe probably on the counter attack, but Brands fits very well with what Dortmund want to do. Because I think Bruno Fernandes is more of a guy who really can drive forward and is really good. Bruno Fernandes is a cam, an attacking midfielder. I think Brands is much more of a free roaming midfielder. And those are two very different things. So Brands is the guy who can pick the ball in the middle, in the number 10, out wide, and just picks his poison. I think Bruno Fernandes is very good sitting right there in the hole. So those require two different abilities, two different characteristics. So I just think it is unfair to compare them, man. Um, but but see, the thing is that Brandt isn't a guy who you build your team around. So going up against Bayern, it's about Sancho. And so it's about Sancho and Erling Haaland. Those are the two crucial guys who you need to beat a Bayern Munich or to beat a big team. You can't rely on Brandt. So maybe you will start to see, I think Bruno Fernandes is a guy who I think can help levitate and carry him and be the main man. Brandt can't be the main man of a team, but he's a very useful cog. You can't just have, that's why it's called a team. It's not called in a couple of individuals, it's called a team. Everyone needs to play their role. And I think Brandt's role is very important because it offers a good foundation of keeping the ball, making good passes, and it offers a good foundation for the real decision makers that can decide the game in a Sancho and a Haaland to really say what's up. I would love Brandt at Tottenham. He's what we thought Ali was. He's much better than Dele Alli. And I think that he'd actually fit, under Pochettino, he would have fit really well. I always said that Dele Alli was overrated. Like, he could give you 3, 4, 5 good games, but there was not really that much to his game. Clever player. But for me, I just think that he didn't really give you much good stuff, much good productivity for a large period of time. Where I just think that there is more to Brandt's game. There is more to Brandt's game. I think in every team you need that creative player. You know, you need that creative player. And I see people talking about Torgan Hazard. See, Torgan Hazard is his ceiling is tier 2. As of right now, I'd put him in as like a upper tier 3. At his very best, he's a tier 2 player. I just think Torgan Hazard. I just think this guy is good and can really be helpful for guys. But again, almost similar to Dele Alli, but not to the same degree. There's not a lot to his game. You know, like when he has the ball, he just goes. Basically, he goes with his head down and just goes straight. You know, you don't really see much of right, left, much ingenuity, much creativity or imagination whenever he has the ball of, maybe slowing it down, going to the left, going it through, and having different kinds of passes and so forth. So Torgan Hazard is the kind of guy where if it's a particular kind of game, he can be very useful, especially like on a counter. So he's very good on a counter attack. But so Torgan Hazard, I don't think would do well against teams with a low block or who sitting defensively deep. So actually, yeah, where is Marco Reus? That's very good. Where is Marco Reus? Let's see. Let's see. I want to see what guys are saying, man. In relation to this. Yeah, so like he's not say he's good. The guy is good. The guy is a good player. The guy is a really good player. So, but he isn't a great talent, And I think he knows that. He knows that, and he knows that he can do a very specific thing very good, and he's a very good attacking weapon option to have. He's a very good offensive option to have, but he isn't a great talent. He knows that he's not a great talent. And basically, people say that he's better than Eden Hazard. It's just guys trying to go at me, man. And I know, cool. It is what it is. It is what it is. Just guys trying to go at me, man. So it's cool, man. I think Super Chat says you don't rate goal. Of course, I rate goal scorers, but there's a difference between a goal scorer and a quality player. Lewandowski is an amazing goal scorer. He's a phenomenal goal scorer who also happens to be a phenomenal football player. There's a difference between being a goal scorer and a great football player. And when I say a great football player, it's foot to ball. What can you do with your ball at your feet? Your technique, your ball control, your dribbling, your first touch, your control, your footballing brain. So that's a different thing. A goal scorer is really based purely on finishing, movements, and off and what you're doing off the ball to get yourself in good positions. So those are different things. Lewandowski is a great goal scorer and a great football player. Peak Hannibal was a great goal scorer and a great football player. Guerrero is a great goal scorer, a pretty damn good football player. So those are the two very different things there, you know. Oopsies. From Junior Aziz says Sane and Alphonso Davies will be every. Oh yes, yes, yes. But what I always say though is, all because you have quality players in your team doesn't always equal chemistry. Superb players doesn't always equal chemistry. So the key thing is that, okay, we now have Sane. Will him and Alphonso Davies have a great understanding? If they have a great understanding, hell on earth. If they have a great understanding, hell on earth. You know, because Alphonso Davies, yeah, how old is this dude? Alphonso Davies is 19. Oh my god, this guy was born in 2000. My lord. Even look at his face, man. So yeah, he's gonna be 20 in November. So yeah, Alphonso Davies is coming. I mean, I'm shocked how good this guy is as a left back. See, the only unfortunate thing about Alphonso Davies is that he doesn't play for a major country. He plays for Canada. You know, shout out to my Canadians out there, Wayne Gretzky. But the unfortunate thing that he does not play for a major team. Like if he played for, like, let's say, a Nigeria or like a Germany or a Spain or in France, oh my God, man, it would be amazing seeing him at a World Cup. So we will never see him at a World Cup or a Nations Cup or a Euros. But yeah, it is exciting to see what Sane and Davies do. Because if those guys can combine, oh my God, man, I mean, that left side will be insane. You know? And if Bayern can find another good, strong sense, because Alaba is not really a natural centre back, and I think Alaba, I don't think whether he enjoys playing centre back though. So Alaba, I think he might be slightly jealous of what Alphonso Davies is doing, because I think Pava's stronger position is right back, but I think they play Pava at centre back, which I don't think is the strongest position, man. Can Kingsley Coman thrive with Man City because Pep will try to get him if Sané leaves? I think he will. I liken Coman to Sterling. Coman isn't a great player, but I think he listens to instructions very well. And I would be very interested to see what Pep can do if he takes him under his wing. And if Pep can say, let me see what this guy can do, let me try and sort of merge with him, do different things, and then teach him things. Sterling was a pace mentioned before Pep. He wasn't that great. Okay, I was like, this guy is a brainless player. Pep had him, boom, one of the best players in the Premier League and in the world. So because I think Coman, if coached very well, can be very effective. He can never be a great player, never be a great player, but he can be a very effective player. Like Sterling is not a great player. He's really good. He's not a great player. So that's the thing, man. Does no crowd pressure help the more talented players to dominate? It works two ways. Yes, true. It gives a freedom to the talented players because it's just football be football without any kind of expectation. But at the same time, some players actually thrive and actually raise their games with the crowd. So it can work two ways. I do feel like players do play better if they have the crowd egging them on and really try to really say, what's up, boom, boom, boom. So it all depends. It really all depends. But sometimes with no pressure, like again, do PSG F up if they had those fans against Dortmund? Who knows? Oh yeah, Ademola Lookman. I think he's at Leipzig now. So I was about to say, I remember this dude, man. So no, don't do that, man. going to see Davis in it. Oh yeah, true. Yeah. Because yeah, so that's like Mexico, Canada, and the US. I mean, guys, I mean, wait, who greenlit that? What, 3 countries? So we don't have to be. Especially, you're not going to travel all the way through North America. I mean, come on, bro. Um, I actually wanted Lookman for Nigeria. Actually, I wanted Lookman for Nigeria. I think see the no crowd. Look, atmosphere is a very big thing in football, and it is good. It is weird not seeing things around. But guys, at the end of the day, guys, we love fans, and for me, I think fans is like icing on the cake. But at the end of the day, icing is cool. I can still enjoy the cake. When we watch football, do we watch football for the fans or for the actual football? Watch it for the football. And but the only case is this: you can't have a Champions League with no fans. You can't have a Champions League with no fans. You can't have a Champions League final with no fans. That can't happen. But guys, let me keep it real with you. If it's Champions League with no fans or no Champions League, guys, Champions League with no fans. I work it through because guys, at the end of the day, yes, you want to have fans. Yes, to be weird, guys. Do we tune in because we want to see Olusegun, the Chelsea supporter? We want to see Brian, the Man United supporter. We want to see Pedro, the Barca supporter. We want to see Salvatore, the Juve supporter. We want to see Heinz, the Bayern supporter. Are we there because, oh my gosh, I want to tune in to see those supporters? No, they're nice. We tune in to watch Neymar, Hazard, Luz, Thiago Silva, Sergio Ramos. We're here, Umtiti. We are there to watch the players. We watch football because we admire these guys doing a sport that we love at the highest possible level. The fans in the stadium are there to watch these guys play a sport we love at the highest level. So at the end of the day, it is still, wow, these top players against these top players, who's going to come in through. So of course it'll be weird. Of course it'll be weird. But guys, what's the alternative? I'm sorry, I want football. So if it's Champions League with no fans or no Champions League, I want Champions League with no fans. And whoever wins it, see, the only thing is, okay, PSG haven't trained and so forth, so it'll be weird. But who cares? Because at the end of the day, it's football. It's still 11 against 11. Well, we didn't have fans, and because we didn't have fans, we had an advantage. No, screw you. It's still 11v11. Who's buzzing me? It's still 11v11, man. And so it is what it is, man. All right. Well, I'll be out of here soon, man. Maybe I'll take a few more questions and I'll be out of here. Remember, guys, Saturday hangout tonight. If you're in here, like the vid. Mods, what are you doing, you flipping bricks? Like the vid. Hit that like button. Come on, help your boy out. Help your boy out. Your boy H is we're back. Football is back. I'm here trying to give you guys super content. All I ask is for you to like the vid. It doesn't cost you anything. Hit the like button. Smash the like button. Caress the like button. Lubricate the like button. Headbutt the like button. Volley up that like button. Just hit the like button, man. And remember to subscribe if you're new. Remember to subscribe. This is your boy H. Have hope. Subscribe for that quality soccer, because hopefully we're back. Okay, just trying to exist. Man, so who, trolls are weird, man. Spam bots and everything are super weird, man. Oh, Erhan. Oh, yeah. Oh, jeez. You see, since I told you, Erhan, I removed it because I removed the guys from mods who have not been here for ages. So I thought you guys disappeared. But yeah, I may need to remake some mods. I need to remake some mods, man. Actually, while I'm actually here, man, let me see what the guana, man. Let me try and remake some mods before I'm out of here. But yeah, no, guys, it was a good return, man. It was a good return. It was good seeing football back. It was really good seeing football back, man, because I won't lie, man. I have missed football. I have missed football superb, man. Because let's get to 100 likes. Let's get for 100 likes. I'm going to be a like mentions now. If you're watching this right now and you love your boy HH, hit the like button. If you hit that like button, man. If you hit that like button, man. Hit that flipping like button. Hit. So we want to get to at least. I want at least 100 likes from you. Hit that like button. So let me just see who the hell is a mod or not a mod, man. So Rodney's a mod. Because Sage up in there. All right, we got some mods popping up. We got some mods popping up. Oh, we could have given this guy a mod. For sure. All right, could make a Wesley a mod as well. All right, Coolio. All right, Coolio. All right. I think that's good, man. I think that's good, man. All right. And make this guy mod. Okay. So yeah, so I now have to pretty much prepare for tonight. Remember, so tonight's hangout happens tonight from 10 p.m. BST. So remember, in case some of you guys don't know, the hangouts every Saturday is open to everyone. All you need to do is click on the Twitter link. It's weird how people don't understand. Anybody can take part. All you need is please just have a good working mic. I am begging you. Just have a good working mic where we can hear you clearly. And do not have any background noise. Be in a nice, quiet place. Because if you're not in a quiet place, I'll just put you off. Be in a quiet place, have a good mic, and you can really come on. Only 10 people can come in. StreamYard have a limit of only 10 people. So actually, no, 9, including me. So there are only 9 spaces because StreamYard has a limit. So I post the link on Twitter about 5 minutes to time. So about 5 minutes to 10 BST. 5 to 10 BST. Look up in your times. It's 5 minutes to 10 BST. I post the link to StreamYard on Twitter. Click the link, and that's how you enter. So have a good mic and be in a quiet place. Oh, Gladbach scored. Oh, wow. All right, I think maybe let me see what's happening with Gladbach now, man. All right, guys, I'm out, man. Let me watch Maurice Gladbach. Peace out. Stay true and stay real. One love, baby. Your boy is out. Stay real, man. Stay safe. Become a Football Hut member and gain access to cool emojis on the live streams and get access to new YouTube content by clicking the join button here. And to view that new content, head over to the YouTube channel homepage and click on the community tab over here.